Parachute deployment. We're live.
Oh, how?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear us okay? I hope so. I'm gonna assume you can. I don't know who's all here. Not every airplane's perfectly good. Chris Sturm goes, people jumping out of perfectly good airplanes.
Never heard of that.
You don't know. There could be something wrong with that airplane that we don't know about yet.
Duct tape can fix a lot of
duct
things.
tape. Let's show what you're playing. Chayse is playing Minecraft.
I'm building a sandcastle.
That's pretty neat, huh?
Fulfilling my full dream. I was never good at it as a kid. Played in sandbox day and night. Couldn't do it.
Right. It's weird because I'm gonna be so used to looking at the TV, to watch what you're playing versus your phone or through OBS to watch. Surf says hello.
Oh, howdy.
Hello, Surf. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Steve. Yeah, Steve. I don't know if you're still here or not. I think everyone and their mother was live streaming tonight, so I don't know who's still alive or not. I think team is still live. Yeah. I figured I'd probably give people an update as far as everything that's been going on because I know I've been absent from social media essentially. Because I know a couple of you have been messaging on Discord to figure out what's been going on. Hello, Mark. Hi, Tony. Tony says hi. Say hi to Mark too, and hi, and Tony.
Hello, Mark.
Yeah, mute. I just went live. And Weekend Horror, I guess, is still going. But
I just don't want mute on be judging any of my Minecraft gaming.
Oh God.
Be kind to me, okay?
Right. But no, so I know I haven't really responded to a lot of people. At all. People have been messaging on Discord, on Facebook. I think one person messaged on Instagram. And so I thought I'd give you guys a heads up, being if you all watched what was going on. iFly made my decision for me. My general manager thought that there was an option to at least be able to go travel somewhere with the company and stay with the company without, being terminated or let go, and then that way I could stay on. But that wasn't correct. He heard wrong. Basically, anyone who was on furlough as of Monday was terminated. There was no option to go anywhere to help out if they needed help, because there's a lot of places that do need help. So it's a bit weird that they wouldn't, offer up people to go somewhere if they're on furlough before getting terminated. So it's a termination, strictly done. I can get called back if everything opens back up. So I'm hoping that as far as Minneapolis location goes, that I will be first called back versus someone who's been at the company longer than me getting called back, who might want to move up to the cities here. So I'm hoping that that's how it'll work out. Maybe in a month or two I'll be back in. They did offer a severance package. However, that won't be available until April. And currently, the way it's sitting, I am not eligible for unemployment because I don't. The new stimulus, I think, still has to go through as far as how states are applied or not. I don't know if it continues the PEUC. I don't know if that continues on how it was, or when that kicks in, or if it's still a part of things. I'm not eligible for regular unemployment right now because last year I only worked 2.5 months, so I don't have enough income in my unemployment insurance. And of course I only have 2.5 months because for the other 7 or the other 9.5 I was not working. I was on furlough. So currently there is zero coming in on my end. At least Chayse has a job, but clearly can't support both of us. So hopefully we'll get something figured out with unemployment in the next week or so. I called up the unemployment office and asked them how that all works out, and she really didn't even know. She just said to keep going in weekly and applying for it, because if things do go through, if it gets back paid or something, then I'm covered. But as of right now, there's no eligibility and there's no way of getting any sort of income there. I thought you were gonna say something.
No, I'm just letting you say your piece in part.
Yeah. So I'm officially not an employee of iFly. I gotta fill out the paperwork for that. Like I said, I think this, according to that, the second, is when I would get any sort of severance from them. So, yeah, that's the exciting, wonderful stuff. Yay, pandemic. Yay for people being absolutely stupid and not being responsible out there and making me go a year on furlough. And not being able to work. And it sucks. So, I'll read some of what people said. Irish Demon got demonetized, so that was the main conversation of teams right now. Gotcha. Nathan and I've like I said, I've stayed away some from social media, so I've seen a tidbit of what's been going on, not a lot. So I know that there is a huge thing going on between Nathan and Whitsett, obviously, and I saw that the plot hole was streaming something where Conspiracy Castle was telling them that they should fight or something like that, which is just messed up. And then I think I saw Glover Mom's quick little snippet in a Discord channel about how Nathan was saying to Irish Demon, like, do you want to suck my dick for me to come on, and blah blah blah, and it was very sexually laced, so it was a bit weird.
It is always weird. I don't get ever that whole thing, but like, well, put your balls in my face, and it's like, what are you doing other than trying to be an alpha?
Right. Yeah. That's the other thing. The stupid alpha, beta, gamma, male bullshit that they always spout and everything. So yeah, so at least I can still keep doing the Saturday shows with Slim. I should say at least Biscuit can still keep doing shows with Cookie on Saturdays, and hopefully I can still do stuff, or I should be able to still do stuff with the Swordsman. But it might be limited. I don't know, because with zero income coming in on my end right now, and needing to pay bills, maybe I'll have to start looking to see if that one place is hiring, or hopefully I hear something on the unemployment thing real soon. Because, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bills suck. Anyways, so that's what's going on. Now, Irish Demon was completely demonetized.
Wow.
As in not just one video. Is it because of what Nathan was saying on his channel? I mean, that's like, love Irish Demon to death, but that's sometimes you just gotta watch who you have on or what they're saying, or try not to provoke it, because I'm pretty much sure that from what I heard, Nathan saying in Irish's stream was pretty nasty.
Really?
Is there a new season yet?
No, nothing out of that.
They were showing an ad for Big Mouth, and I was like, I want a new season of Big Mouth. Basically singing a great song by David Crosby called Delta, nothing to do with Alpha Beta. So it's Chris Durham.
Mom, Delta Airlines?
Yeah, Delta, can I help you?
What?
Memberships are gone, so anyone who is a member, wow.
Like, completely stripped. Wow.
Yeah, so, like, if you were a member of his channel, like, yep, gone.
Jesus.
Wow.
Guess you really do have to be careful now.
Yeah. Careful what you do and what you say.
It's such a weird thing, because I was telling you about this, like, where, like, I had, like, a stepdad who, like, for some reason, he would go into, like, rabbit holes of YouTube, and this was, like, years ago, like, and he would, like, soon he would find videos of people being beheaded on YouTube. I'm not saying it's good, it's just so odd seeing, like, the change of it all, which, like, for some of them, I'm glad, but these extremities now is, like, so different than what I'm used to, even.
Right.
Because it's like, you could find some crazy stuff on YouTube.
Services like try Uber Eats, DoorDash route. Some can make pretty good money that way, and you wouldn't have a commitment to worry about if iFly called. That's true. The only downside is my car is over 10 years old now, and I do need to replace the hub assembly. The bearing's going, but the bearing is bad, and I haven't taken time to replace it. I replaced it literally 5 years ago, and I don't know why it went bad again. So I'd have to replace that. What I'm hoping is I'm hoping that the unemployment stuff kicks back in starting when the last one went, because you're gonna get a lot of people pissed off if they don't kind of have like a some sort of back pay or start up right when it ended again. But if unemployment would keep going, and then once the severance comes in, then I should absolutely look into replacing that bearing. It was pretty bad. So that's the only good thing with this past year is I haven't really had to drive a lot to have to replace that or anything like that, and I've been putting money other places. But yeah, that's definitely something I can look into. I know Chayse's work offered for me to do a little part-time running around with some delivery stuff. It wouldn't be very long days or anything like that.
Yeah, because we're also going through quite a time of trying to understand what to do next with work, and we could use all the hands we could get right now.
Yeah.
Little mom and pop coffee shop.
Thing is, I just hope people are being, like I said, being smart, because I know a lot of states are fully opening, and it's spring break time.
They are.
And, like my roommate just left for probably the bar or something like that. He's one who I've been upset with during this whole time, because when the first lockdown happened and then they started to open, what was it, back in, it was middle of May that they started to open, he was out right away.
Every night
gone. Pretty much everything you could be doing, he went and did.
I mean, I swear, literally, it was 2 days. He spent the night at someone's house. He went to the bar. He got a haircut, and he went out to eat. And I was like...
And went to a movie, I thought, too.
Yeah, and I was like, spread it out there.
Right.
Jeez. Like,
right.
I want a good week, too, but God.
So, yeah, it was, that's been lovely dealing with that. Kevin, I know you're a little late. I'll let you know. Basically, I was let go. They made the decision for me. There was no option, like my general manager thought, to go travel to a different iFly and work. It was basically as of Monday, regardless of if they needed help somewhere else, if someone was on furlough, they were let go. So there was no option at all, I guess, to go anywhere. So I was kind of leaning more towards staying here anyways and not going somewhere. Just because I didn't know if I really wanted to risk certain things, plus being gone for, up to 3 months. Would have been exciting.
Yeah.
Probably would have played a big role on my mental health. And so we'll see what the next week or two brings. At least Chayse is like I said, at least he's got a job and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yay.
and some money saved up.
Right.
We are financially sound.
Yeah. Knock on wood. So yeah, that's what's going on. Am I doing okay? Yes and no.
Well, on a scale of like 1 to 10.
I mean 5. I'm at that yes and no point. Like, I'm okay where it's like, I mean, I'm no different in a position right now than what I was before. It's just that furlough kind of was kind of that captivator that made sure I still had a job and made sure that I was getting pandemic unemployment type stuff.
Well, and benefits too.
Right, and benefits, medical, dental, all that other stuff. What sucks, the reason why it's like no is what sucks is my unemployment pandemic extension thing all expired the day that I got let go. Mm-hmm. So I was let go, all my unemployment stuff expired, there's no more funds in there. And then, like I said, it was at that point where I've been on it for a year and I had to do like the application processing. And because of doing the reapplication process and not essentially making any money from an actual job last year, except for 2.5 months, I'm not eligible for regular unemployment or anything. So I called them up and I asked them, do we know what's going to happen? Am I going to continue on with the pandemic, extension thing with the new bill that went through? And she was like, we don't know how it's going to work out. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if it's only the $300, like if it would have to be where you're on your regular unemployment and not an extension or program like that, and then you get that on top of it, which then in that case I'm screwed. I'd get nothing because I don't even qualify for regular unemployment at this point. Yeah, so that's that. And Christopher says, and you're building a castle for us guys to live in.
I'm keeping out all the bad.
Yeah,
just me.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, right now what I did is this last bout that I did, I paid most of my bigger bills that were due for this month. There's like probably 2 other bigger bills for this month. One being my cell phone and 2 payment on drones. And those are my 2 bigger ones aside from rent. But with me signing paperwork and getting it sent back to iFly, my severance should be here according to them by the 2nd. Now I don't know if it's going to get direct deposited or a check, but it should be here by the 2nd, which means that I can pay my portion of the rent on the 2nd at least. It would be a day late, but at least it's there. And if it comes by check, then that could be an additional week before I even see that money, and so that sucks too. And Surf says your castle needs more lava.
This is not the Bowser Castle. You can back up a bit here. I have bad luck in dying with around lava.
Oh my god.
Just me and lava. We don't match. We don't click like that.
Yeah. So yay, that's exciting. Like I said, at least I can still kind of keep going with YouTube to kind of somewhat keep my sanity. So yeah. Blech.
I know.
But the thing is, I could literally be called back in like 2 to 3 weeks. What they're trying to do is spring break. Currently, they're fully open. iFly still requires masks. They still, require certain things. But like as far as they're open 7 days a week, whereas before they were only open like 5 days a week. But for spring break, they're open 7 days a week, and they got like full hours going on or something. And once spring break is done, it would have bounced back to like less time being open again. And Oh, does he end up in a chair?
Oh,
Less time
don't
being
look at
less time being which that's the thing I want to talk about. Less time, like they're hoping to open up more and have more hours again to then which I could be called back very soon. So I'm optimistic, honestly. I think in a month or two I'd be called back anyways. So it's just a matter of finances between now and when I go back. That's the only thing that scares me the most. So yeah. Cobra Kai. What the hell kind of show is Cobra Kai?
It's so absurd and so good. I love it.
It's terrible.
That's kind of why
It
I
is the
love it.
worst show ever, and there are people who love this show. It's terrible.
So dramatic, ain't that terrible?
We're gonna slash prices. Yeah,
it's meant
Let's
to be
slash them.
It's meant to be tacky because he's like trying to be like wholesome about how he likes it, but it's like, well, you need a big joke out of it.
I need a job. I can act way the hell better than them. They can. Put me on that damn show. I will improve that show 5,000 times over because that show sucks.
Put your plus in the win then. Let him have it. He has feelings.
No, I'm reading some of the stuff.
I mean, you have feelings in general. That's not a wrong statement.
Lava, one of the... I didn't even hear what you said. Sorry, I was trying to read. Lava, one of the only video games I ever played was Anon, and I died in the lava way too often. Kevin, if you need to unsub because of Cobra Kai, go right ahead. I'm sorry, that it's so bad.
I love you were like, no, you can go ahead watch that show, like it's fine. And then here you are. And he does this off camera too. This is genuine reaction.
Yes, it's terrible.
And I said, I'll just watch my dirty little secret shows.
Like he was out here watching it, and I watched 2 episodes or something, and I was like, I'll go in the bedroom. I'll go on YouTube and watch Jay's 2 cents or something on here. I couldn't sit and watch it. I couldn't. Sir says I keep getting told to watch it, but it doesn't look like something I'd be into.
I'm not going to encourage anyone to watch it, but I like it.
Oh my god. I'm trying not to give anything away for those who haven't watched. It's the typical pitying myself because 30 years ago I got beat out. I was the cool guy jock dude, and now I'm a loser. I can't get past the fact that I lost my battle.
Hey, some people, that's a dark reality. The football player back in hometown.
I mean,
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
And it's and then it's he's helping out the kid that you feel bad for, while he's also you feel bad for the kid. The kid's not a douche, but the Cobra Kai guy is a douche. LaRusso's now a douche, and it's all terrible acting, and everyone's a douche while trying to be the good guy while being the douche while stupid.
Tell me how you feel. I think
Mute Donkey likes it. You two can have at it. You two can talk away on Cobra Kai.
I don't know if this is a channel where I can speak openly about Cobra Kai. I feel like it's shunned.
Kevin says, I'll admit it's not made well in any way, but I grew up with the original films and enjoy the background stories. Okay, yes, I watched the films too as a kid, but that doesn't mean the show is great.
You can tell who's a Miguel here.
The show is terrible. But Cobra Kai makes out that Ralph Macchio was the villain. Yeah, it kind of does. It just... Mute says, you shut your face, story's still catching up. I watched 2 episodes, and they were the first 2 or maybe the second and third, and I can't watch it.
He can't even. He can't even.
I tried it, and I can't. I tried it again, and I can't. Yeah, no.
It's funny hearing you also the voice of your allergies.
I need to watch the original Karate Kid series. The writing is actually really good. I've seen the original Karate Kid movies. Now, again, it probably was 20 years ago that I last saw them. But for Christ's sake, if you are a full-grown person, if you are a full-grown human being, and you are like, this show is fan-fucking-tastic, you need to reevaluate your life. T.
Here you go. Here you go. You want to rethink it?
Yeah, reevaluate your life. He pulls it off pretty easily, doesn't he?
Well, he is coming after my life pretty easily.
If you think it's fan-fucking-tastic, if it's where it's like, this is terribly cheesy, and I know it's terribly cheesy, and it's a garbage show that they could have done way better.
I didn't say it could do better or be a garbage show, but I do think it's cheesy.
Catching up on my stream and not Cobra Kai. I watch all those already.
Like you're actually like a personal victim of something.
Yes, I am. I watched it, and that is however long 2 episodes worth of my life is gone. So Chayse needs to Gray still plays pickaxe.
Listen here, can you just let me do my thing? I'm just trying to get some sand.
There's nothing to debate as far as Cobra Kai. If you say to debate it or to talk about it, on Saturday, it'll be like I watched 2 episodes, which was too many, and that's all I gotta say about that. That's the end of my debate. Aside from what I said here, that's it. It's not even worth my time to debate.
You just took all this energy now.
I know.
You got heated.
That's why it's no more. After this point, no, my butt crack is very dry right now. Thank you very much.
That's impossible. It never is.
Yeah, and so that's all the time I'll waste on that.
Wow. Well, I'll waste more time on it.
Yes, the sun is square in Minecraft. It's very weird.
I got lots of life to waste. I enjoy Cobra Kai.
Oh, he said to fight him. What, are you gonna sweep my leg?
But do you remember what she said about sweeping the leg?
Do you remember what she said? Shit, what she said.
You're gonna reference it, but you're not gonna care? Shows the true tactic here.
It's because one's a movie and one's a show. But
okay.
Mama gonna knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Yeah. You're welcome, Gio. You're welcome for giving you a heads up and pre-warning you on this. You're very welcome. That's a good little documentary. Was that the one that we did watch? Or was it The Social Dilemma, where they're talking about like how terrible like Facebook and Twitter and all that are?
They're talking about how like it markets towards you and how it gears towards your interest to keep you interested in the app. Yeah.
Which is funny because like I don't really do Facebook much anymore. I rarely go on there, and that first like that show is right, the first 2-3 days it was like pushing dumb stupid notifications out to me constantly. So and so just posted something, and it's like, I haven't heard shit from them in a long time, and you never sent me a notification about that before, and now you are.
I do think it's weird that happened.
Right.
I think it's really weird.
Or, just other random stuff that all of a sudden was getting pushed to my phone that never got pushed before until I stopped going on Facebook. As more time went on, less of those notifications came in, but there's still things that will get pushed to me that's very irrelevant. And like I'll pop on there now and then, but I quite literally the only thing I've done on Facebook was to post my YouTube videos and then to kind of go right back out.
Yeah.
or unless it was something where the uh Skydive Twin Cities experience jumpers page, um like they put on there like when they're doing their safety day or their B license training day or whatever else like that. So like that I'll go and check out what notification comes through to that. So
I do think it's a very bizarre thing, like the whole like movement behind that, because it's like as someone who I'm on my phone pretty often, don't think it's that important, and I always catch myself in that thought form as I'm like going through my day. I'm like, this isn't important. Why am I here? And it's like I like Instagram for the very simple fact of like looking at other people's artwork and then sharing my own artwork. I like Facebook for keeping up with like family and friends that I don't get to see. Like I have a friend Jadida who lives across she lives in Indonesia. But like that's about it. Like I don't think there's not a whole lot of other point to it. And I
yeah.
think that's if it kept it simple like that, honestly, I feel like it would stay just as popular. Like I don't know why they push so hard. Like I'm on Facebook often and I'll get like the notification like some random person I'm friends with after I'm friends with me, like they just posted. I'm like, I go to the app every day. I don't know why you're still trying to fish for me to go there. Like y'all know
They want you to be on it more often though, because the more you're on it, the more they can put advertisements in front of your face.
But it's like it's that maxing out thing. I'm talking about this a lot with people. It's like the whole like maxing out. It's like, why do you gotta max out?
Yeah.
Like certain businesses, like I'm not saying mom and pop and stuff like that, but more like big corporate stuff and like social media. It's like, why do you have to max out all the time? Like, why isn't if there's just good flow, that's good?
Yeah.
Like people are gonna be on Facebook. Hi. Until like it dies off like MySpace did, like people are gonna be going for a long time.
Yeah. It's weird. So I haven't been on there very much. Some of it was because a lot of it just news and politics and like I love to follow politics, but this last election season, obviously, between the pandemic, between Trump just being
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I don't necessarily care for Biden either, but the stuff that was coming out of Trump's mouth and stuff that people are believing between the pandemic and and uh fake news or the election was rigged and all this other stuff, I had to step away. I just like I was done, and uh especially with some knowing some family members and their support for uh certain political parties and who I am as a person and who Chase is as a person and stuff like that, and having to step away from family members just because of certain things I know that have been said and because of certain views that I know are held. And so I think I needed to step away from a lot of that. And it was obviously not feeding into my own mental health to see all the terrible things that were going on between, uh, race relations and the pandemic and human rights in general and politics and stuff. And
That's the part I struggle with currently, because in the mix of the people that I follow in the community that I come from, they're very heavily involved, and I know, without like dramatization, it almost feels like almost every day I am reading some awful thing about a group of people being killed, and it's truly is awful. I'm just like, it makes you feel so small
yeah,
because you're like, I can't do anything. Even if I could do something, I feel like I'm doing nothing.
right.
Like how, and it's like that's so debilitating, because it's like, where do you go from there when you're literally in your mind sitting at the bottom, and then it only continues to plunge you down further because you said, well, all these people are experiencing awful things, and I can't outreach in the way that I would like to, and especially in the middle of a pandemic, you can't exactly be going up giving hugs and stuff like that.
Right.
It's very extreme, and it makes me a little bit more discouraged about the world. I don't hate the world. I like being alive and doing things, but
I hate people. I love a lot of people, but I hate people.
I have little faith.
Society as a whole, I very much dislike. A lot of people in certain communities, like the community we're in, I love to death, and smart, brilliant people in here, who are very giving and very loving and willing to help out when someone does need help. Whether it be this community or whether it be skydive community, and there's a lot of good communities out there and a lot of good things, but overall, I just feel like people couldn't even just people couldn't even just sit for 2 fucking months.
Mm-hmm. I was like,
they couldn't sacrifice. No, you gotta help people. You met freedom, man. Go be part of the war and stuff like that. But yet, here you can actually help your human man without going into war or anything else like that by just sitting at home for 2 months, and we can't even do that.
I told you about that lady that I saw today, which I'm waiting for an argument to be instilled. She's wearing one of those mesh masks. You can see straight through it. There's no lining or anything, just straight mesh. And I'm like, what do you think you're doing with that? Like, what sort of deal? Here I am, sweating in the middle of the shop, and you come in with your handy-dandy mesh mask, and you're like, I'm having such a hard time, I need a mesh mask. And it's like, I'd rather not see your face, honestly, if you're going to be this dumb. Turn away, get away, get away. It's like, I can't stand it. And so it's like, in my head, I'm almost like, I'm waiting for her to say something or complain about something so I can be like, and what do you think what you got in your face has to do anything positive?
Right.
And for me to even have confidence in what you're about to say. Because I have a lot of doubts right now.
Yeah. And I hate to say it, but a lot of them are the people who are like, all lives matter, but we won't put on a mask because your life doesn't matter as much as mine does.
It always comes back to but me too. And it's like, that's why we're doing this for everyone.
Right.
But then you're lamb. You're a lamb.
Yeah, you're a sheep. Sheep, blah, blah, blah.
And I'm sure you guys have been around in circles about this too. It's been a reoccurrence lately.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was trying to... So yeah. Surprise! I wasn't selected for the New Egg Shuffle again.
Well, that's okay for now.
Because it's really important for people to buy up all the graphics cards and mine on. Yay, cryptocurrency.
All the scammers that you've been running into too, also online.
Actually, it's been kind of fun. Now I've been no, so you don't know, like later at night when you fall asleep.
This is what Tanner's really doing.
Seriously, so
alter ego. He's Batman.
When he goes to bed later at night, like I will go around busting people on like Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp or
I think it's
or
good.
Craigslist, where like you can tell it's a scam, and so then like what you do is like you fish obviously for the scammer. Hello Jerry.
Howdy.
So you fish for the scammer, and it's kind of hilarious. Like some people you'll see they'll have pictures. It's even happening on Etsy now too.
Okay, there's been some Etsy accounts that Etsy where I'm scrolling through, and for me looking at like some of the shops I look at online that are cheap, I go, you didn't make that, you bought that and you're reselling.
Right. And so like you could go on Etsy and it'll have like a picture with the person's username, or it should be the person's user's name, but on Etsy it's not. It's a username of someone on eBay. So they could be like, oh, I just saw this on eBay for such and such price, and they're located here in the US, not at not in the UAE. So what is it? And then then they will take down their thing, and then they end up opening up a new one. Or like even on OfferUp, like a lot of people with phone numbers on there, like if you're on OfferUp, you should be able to do everything through that website or through that app. You shouldn't have to have people text you and stuff like that. There was one graphics card I was interested in. Hey, we're here in Minnesota. Okay, cool. When can I come pick it up? Well, we're not in Minnesota now. We're in Texas. Okay, well, it says you just posted a day ago. Oh, yeah, I just came down to Texas. Okay, well, can I see a picture of the card now? And then it's the exact same picture that they had on their listing, but just like maybe something slightly altered. And no, you can tell you photoshopped that, and then all of a sudden you'll see that they posted another listing of a different card, and you're like, what? You said you were down in Texas now. You just posted this listing for in 3090 saying that you're in the Twin Cities. Why are you posting that? Why are you saying that? So it's kind of fun going around and busting people.
It's a good use of your energy and like frustrations, being like, do you want no?
Right.
F you. Get out of here.
Exactly. So what was the other thing I was doing? Because I was doing quite a bit on OfferUp to bust people, but I think because I started reporting so many people,
oh my god,
I think I got reported for reporting people or something.
Some person just being petty and mad,
right? So it was kind of it's kind of fun.
You're fighting crime,
yeah. Because it's something stupid where it'll be like, they're selling like a 3070 card for $600. Ain't no one selling no 3070 card for $600 right now. That is so damn cheap. And if you fall for the fact that someone is selling a 3070 for $600, then you clearly haven't been following the market as far as all that goes. Because people are being terrible. And like even here in the city is like a 3060 card, which MSRP should be $500. They're selling for $750. There was one that I did see I thought was actually kind of proper, where the MSRP of the 3060 I think was $580, and they did upprice it, but they uppriced it to $675. So they didn't go outrageously priced. They didn't, they didn't go $300 more than what the card is actually worth.
Right. They're looking to get rid of us fast.
Right. They're kind of like, I got it. If I make a little bit of a profit on it, cool, or something like that. But yeah, it's insane. But it has been kind of fun going around and trying to bust these people. Or the thing is, like, be like, you'll see like only will take payment through Zelle or Venmo, which you don't, there's no buyer
protection.
Right, there's no buyer protection there. Once your money goes through Venmo or Zelle, it's gone. You can't fight to have it back. Whereas like PayPal, you put in there as what you're trying to get, and you can at least argue it and try to get it back if your item isn't what it's supposed to be and stuff like that.
Well, especially like in Venmo's very like infamous for basically if like you're like, let's say like the app just like for some reason like crashes on you while you're in the middle of transaction, and like you have the money taken out, but it shows no transaction history of you sending to another person, even though on your bank account it says Venmo, 400 sent out. Right. Venmo is not liable for like helping make up that money.
Right.
They said your money's gone. Too bad.
Right. And that's the thing is, so Venmo is PayPal, but it's not the protected side of PayPal. I think Venmo is more so for the transaction, like amongst friends and stuff like that. That's how I always viewed it.
I had a because like a lot of people like come through at work and they use like Venmo cards.
Right.
Which is so hard to use against swipers and older technology. It's very annoying. But I remember I had like this older guy go, he's like, yeah, Venmo is just the social media version of PayPal. And I was like, yeah, it is, isn't it? Because you can like and comment on people's purchases and stuff.
Right.
Like when I did drag for a show, I did bingo, and like the people sent me money, and then they commented on like the tips they sent me, and I was like, you can comment on this? What the hell? I was so lost.
Well, it's like no different than when we do the rent thing and you put in rent. You could just put in some other big long thing and be like,
but like
for an amazingly good time at bingo.
And you can literally you can go down and comment afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
And be like, thank you so much, or like, hey, or you're ugly or something like that.
Right, yeah, it's like Facebook, essentially.
I think that's weird.
I have mine set to private. So then that way no one can see the transactions that I've done. Yeah. Why would I want people to see that I'm, sending money to Joe or to you or whatever? They don't need to know where my money is going. Or the other thing too, what's weird is like, well, I saw you just got paid $500 by blah blah blah, and you owe me money. Give it to me. You don't need to know what my business is as far as money goes. If I gave $500 for rent, yeah, I gave $500 for rent. That don't mean I have money for you now.
Right. It's like, you want to see my bank statement? Because I'm out of cash. I have no shame showing you.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Bailey in the background hacking like an old man that smoked for 50 years. Yes, Bailey is not doing well. Aside from licking the couch right now, stop. Good old-fashioned credit card works pretty efficient. Yeah. But if you have to go online, go through a reputable website, or pay through an app that has buyer protection like PayPal. And mute this. It's just the capture card that we were doing for the regular video games through the PS4. Mm-hmm. So we just got here. Hold this up. It's just the USB-C to HDMI. Super cheap little piece.
Works well.
Yeah, it works well. And then it's just plugged into the capture card. And then I'll be getting a HDMI. I'll be getting rather than a capture card. I'm going to be getting a Cam Link. So then that way I can start using my GoPro as a webcam, and it should look a lot better. Because I got this GoPro sitting around, why not use the GoPro for something?
Yeah,
it's not going on my skydiving helmet right now, so
you have the technology.
Yeah, so it'll be better webcam, better everything else. Yeah. Cash always works too. Like, preferably do it like an in-person meeting.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna get it. Unfortunately I've had a few where I was like, the card was pretty much in my hands, and then it got like sold, like, because it was like, get ready to go meet up or whatever, and then so and so is buying it for $75 more than what you were gonna do. Yeah,
like, and like if you had like been to your phone maybe 5 minutes earlier or something, or been able to get there like 20 minutes earlier,
yeah,
in a different situation,
right? So
it's been rough.
I'll get one. Chase, after you build that wall, are you going to fill it all up with water?
No.
A big old pool?
No. That's too much chaos for me.
Yeah.
I am going to add like decor later to it. I'm getting the basic outlines because initially like I tried planning out like spots before, and I find I'm really bad at that. So I'm just going to make essentials, like the basic outline of the wall and works of it, and then I'm going to get more decorative. Because I find otherwise like there's too many things where like that one's 2 part, that one's 3 part, that one's 4 part, that one's 1 apart, and I'm like, I'm not good at this. And so we're just gonna do basic format.
I told you how Mute goes into Paint and then draws out stuff so he knows what the design is before he builds it in Minecraft.
That's crazy to me. Amazing. I could never do that. I would say no, thank you. We need to go.
Yeah. He's a little OCD. Mute.
He just cares a lot,
But gosh, if Heckfire is now home, and hope you are doing well, buddy. And I ain't your buddy, friend. I ain't your friend, guy. Angel God, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silence. We got snow this weekend and it's already gone. Which is funny because the snow we had on the ground, I felt like it was more than the snow we had all winter. From all winter, whatever.
We had some decent-ish snow before. I really liked it. It was really pretty.
Yeah. He goes, it helps with circles.
Oh. It didn't register for me for a second.
When he goes into paint, sorry.
Yeah, I learned my lesson the hard way about circles, and circle, dot, dot.
Circles are jerks. That circle jerk. Badoom ching! Yeah.
You didn't sit on a pot of gold.
I said it.
Sitting on a pot of gold this whole time. You didn't want to share it until now?
If I was sitting on a pot of gold, do you think I'd be online right now?
That's where you guys will stand with him.
Yeah. I'd be traveling the country and jumping out of planes. Going to Australia. Oh.
Yeah,
where would I go after Australia?
To the Antarctic.
Why would I go to the Antarctic? We basically live in a frozen wasteland.
I feel like we say that until like we really go somewhere that's terrible. Like Alaska. I'm just kidding.
Hopefully Little Wolf's not in here.
Like northern Alaska. What about that? I hear southern Alaska is beautiful. I do! I truly have heard that. Okay, I'm not lying here. God.
Yeah. Uh-oh, what did I miss? He says right now.
What?
I don't know what the right now part was. Would I be skydiving right now? Is that what you're saying? Yes, I'd be skydiving right now.
Probably.
It's daylight somewhere. And yes, and I'd be buying GPUs. No, I wouldn't be. I only need one. I don't know anything about the mining stuff. I don't want to do the mining. It might be good. And gosh, yeah, if you want to post your Etsy page here, go right ahead. And
what mining stuff? What?
Cryptocurrency.
How does that work?
I don't know.
How does it?
It's something with the graphics card and how it can encode things, I think.
Whatever, mute donkey. Go tell Little Wolf. I mean, I guess I asked that, but then like you would probably explain. I'd go, so like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Save your breath. I'm not worth it. I'm not worth it.
I don't even know if you can get a GPU with a pot of gold. GPUs are, wow, some of what people are selling them for, and it's insane. The graphics processing unit. The graphics card.
I was gonna ask, even though I literally just made this whole speech about saying, "Don't explain it to me. I want to understand." And you were right.
Yeah.
You're right.
As far as how the mining works, I don't know much. I think it's just the way it can encode or encrypt or something, and that's what it does. Or
if it's mining and it's not Minecraft,
yeah,
what's the point?
And it does suck because like you'll go on like Facebook Marketplace and you'll see someone who is selling a mining rig, and it's got like 10 just beautiful like 3080 Ti's on there, and you're just like, oh, you know how many gamers and video editors and everything would like cream themselves seeing that, and it's just being used for mining.
I was about to say just nut.
Yeah, just nut themselves, and it's being used for mining. Yeah, it's and they're selling it for like it's 10 3080 Ti's or whatever, all, or not Ti's but Founders Edition, like all lined up and it's on this like rig thing, and they're selling it for like $30,000, even though each card, should technically only cost, I think, like what, $700 MSRP or something like that.
Really?
So like the amount of cards on there isn't worth it, but when it's all put up and then it's used for mining, a mining rig, whatnot, someone might pay the $30,000 because their return on it might be worth, way more than what they paid for it.
The only TIs they need are UTIs, okay? And get out.
Yeah. The graphics card is used over, say, a CPU because it can do many more calculations at the same time. All the GPUs will be yours. Mwahaha. Yeah, so that's probably why.
That's dumb.
Yeah. It's just...
It's a weird time. It's a weird time. Weird shift. I'm getting more sleep. Still don't feel like I'm sleeping. I had a dream I had a kid.
He was a daddy.
No, I was a father.
He was a daddy.
Father.
Daddy.
No. Sin. This is why we're all going to hell.
Yeah.
Because of that right there. Getting gay rights taken away right now.
Yeah. A 710 2 gigabyte for 666. Yeah, no. I don't mind the 666 number, but I'll just keep going with the Newegg Shuffle.
You
Yeah,
say that,
I know.
just think of
the song.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why spend X number of dollars for something when you can get a brand new one for less than that price right there. I could just get my ass up early and go to Micro Center and
get in a
see what
fist
they
fight.
sell. Yeah. Get in a fist fight with Team Skeptic because he'll probably drive up here to try to find his damn card.
Yeah, then
He
you'd be
hasn't
like
gotten it
Cobra
already.
Kai.
Chase was a daddy. Yeah,
No.
he was. He was a daddy in the dream.
No.
So.
Everyone's canceled for that.
Right. Everyone's canceled for that. There's something else I was gonna say though when we were talking about the dream though too.
Another
No, you said like
burn?
energy shift type deal or something.
Oh, like the whole like daylight saving time and everything's got
Oh
real messed
yeah,
up.
yeah.
That really hurt me on Saturday. When we looked at the clock and it was 3:30 in the morning, I said, I felt like something was taken from me at that point.
It was.
And I was hurt.
It was. It was taken from you. Now that it's light out until 7:30 instead of till 6:30.
It messes with me. I love it though. That does make me happier because now that I've been getting off of work much later, it makes me feel so much better.
What's that say?
Well, if I could read, I would know. It's just insulting.
See, Geo Sam, you're missing a D and a Y. You gotta say the GT710 is a daddy GPU.
Hate crime. This is a hate crime. It makes me want to commit hate crime.
It makes me want to crime.
I want to do crime.
Yeah. It makes me want to crime.
Do you know the favorite thing that the youth say?
What's that?
They say, and they say in a really calm, straight-faced manner, they go, I really woke up today and chose violence. I love it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Do you know what? Never mind. Thought I was going to relate to someone who doesn't get with Cobra Kai and their violence.
Okay, the youth.
I don't even know what's going on. They think 25 is old. I know I'm young.
Yeah.
They act like I'm old.
Daddy.
Delete him. I want Sam deleted from life.
No.
I think it can be done. Where do you live?
I've been with the energy thing. That's what I was gonna say. Is like again, woke up with a nasty migraine again today, and neck and shoulder area, and just migraine. And so I'm trying out a different pillow again.
Yeah.
And I I napped earlier, and actually, like, I didn't really sleep, but I did power rest, I guess. I might have dozed off for like 20 minutes, but I did feel better after it. I did feel better.
Maybe that's something you should do. You should do pillow and comfort, like in like bedding reviews, because you have literally gone through so many fucking pillows,
I know.
body pillows, blankets, bedspreads. I'm losing words. What are they? The thing you lay on.
Mattress?
That thing. Thank you. I was gonna say bed.
Well, that too.
But it was
I've had the same mattress for the last 6 years.
Oh, fine. Bed topper. Excuse me.
Oh, topper, yeah. Because it's like I had a 2-inch memory foam and a 3-inch one. And the 3-inch one was what was on my bed originally. The 2-inch was the one that I used for when I lived at the drop zone. What's
happening? Oh my god.
When Jerry said,
this is where the world needs to be stopped.
Jerry, that was great.
This is where we went wrong as a world.
Zaddy. That's what he called Paul the other day. He spanked me with the hanger, and I said, "Oh, Zaddy, do it again."
Oh, for Christ! Oh my god, that's That should be considered physically assaulting the elderly.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's awful. I hate it. World War Z, World War Zaddy. There you go.
What was physically assaulting the elderly?
That word.
Zaddy.
The use of that word.
So Paul is also a iFly instructor, and Jerry works there too. I don't work there anymore. So but they were past employee or coworkers. I think I tried a buckwheat pillow a long time ago.
I know you actually was just saying they just put wheat, like hay bales sort of thing.
Yeah, no.
People slept in barns.
I know. I heard about that, and I did have something that was similar to buckwheat, and it was a little too firm for my liking.
Wow.
And Mute says that words are hard.
Yeah,
because mattress was a hard one.
That was difficult.
But yes, I have tried $5 pillows. Well, Paul is older than me. Yes, so Paul is the zaddy.
Well, you went further than you needed to.
I've tried $5 pillows. I've tried $80 pillows. Before the MyPillow guy went insane, I had a MyPillow. They're not worth it. They suck.
Yeah, I hear that they're actually like awful.
Yeah, it was, and now him, the owner guy, is terrible.
Yes,
a Minnesota product. That's a shitty Minnesota product.
You said you put that away. Yeah. No one needs to know you live here.
Right, exactly. I do not recommend the MyPillow. If anyone's had a MyPillow, if you like it, cool. I think it's terrible. I think it's a garbage pillow. I've had crushed memory foam pillows. I've had regular memory foam pillows. I've had the wavy pillows. I've had down pillows. I've had fiber-filled pillows. Nothing seems to work for me. Like the memory foam ones kind of do, like the solid memory foam ones do, but one was working for me really well, and then I think when we switched out the topper, it didn't work so great for me. And I even switched between body pillows. Like I have a crushed memory foam body pillow. One's 5 foot long, one's 6 foot, or 5 foot long. The other one's 4 foot long, and I have to bounce between those because sometimes the 5 foot long one will make my back hurt. So then I go back to the 4 foot one, and then I'm good with that one for a bit, and then my back starts to hurt. So then I go back to the 5 foot one, and then I'm good again. And it's just, I don't know. I sleep very weird.
Yeah, you do.
Tempur-Pedic. I wish it was a little thicker. The pillow? Or are you talking about the bed? Because that's my thing too. Is there's times like I like a little bit of a thicker pillow just because of like with the shoulder and having the head up a little bit more. But at the same times, like you lay down and you feel like a thicker pillow then makes your head like kink way up. I think my problem lately is so I'm like a side sleeper fetal position type thing. And I think what I'm doing is I'm either sleeping like this, where I'm like looking up at the wall because I've woken up like that a few times, or I'm crunching my neck down too much So then I'm like this, and my head's down, and then it pulls here. I'm not just, sleeping like that. I'm like looking up at the wall, and why?
That is weird.
Why?
I always wonder about like why we do certain motions in our sleep.
Yeah, you kick a lot in sleep. Oh my god.
I do.
Noki came and slept with us the one night. Poor little Noki. He's laying in the middle of the bed. Noki normally doesn't ever sleep in the bed. Noki, for whatever reason, the past week decided he wants to start sleeping in the bed after 8 years of never sleeping in the bed. And he's in the middle, and Chayse just wham with his knee, like, goes up, and so you're laying really funky. Meantime, Noki was there. Noki got whipped to his back, and so he's like laying in the back, like a foot higher up on the bed, and he's looking at me like, what the hell just happened? And I'm like, yeah, you got to get used to it. I get kneed in the... Maybe that's why my back hurts. Because I do get kneed in I do get kneed in the ass quite a bit, and the way Noki was like kneed and whatever, I'm probably getting kneed in the back. Or punched in the back or something.
I mean,
and
I can't help myself, Cobra Kai.
Yeah, and so Noki's looking at me like, what the hell just happened? And I was like, yeah, you got to get used to that here because it's gonna happen. And he just kept laying there like he didn't know how he went from his belly to his back. He was so confused. He was looking at me like, are you gonna rub my belly, or do I readjust, or is this going to happen again? And I was just like, dog, you need to worry about yourself. It is what it is now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm a great... I used to be worse.
Try a straight jacket instead of a pillow. I like that. Yeah. Well, and you started laughing last night in your dreams. I can't... laughing, and I can't remember what the hell you said.
I was probably talking to my son.
It was very homo. Like,
nope, never mind that.
Yeah, like how you were talking. So have I tried No Pillow? I have tried No Pillow, and it's not good. It's not fun. I don't know what kind of bed you have, Jerry, if it's a hybrid or if it's all memory foam or inner spring, or mine's a hybrid. It's inner spring with, I think, 3-inch memory foam, and then I added another 3-inch memory foam on top of it.
Fancy.
Yeah, right. I think Mute's got that right. GeoSam says try a straight jacket instead of a pillow. So Mute's like, for Chayse?
What did I say last time? It was so funny. I want to know.
Use it what?
I'm like so curious on what I say in my sleep.
Random things. I've tried feather pillows, but the thing is they just flatten way too much for me. That I might as well not even have a pillow. And I've gotten some good expensive feather pillows, and nope, they still just go.
You should just get a pillow pet.
And then Mute Donkeys was talking about a pillow with the Tempur-Pedic. It's like got a good amount of squish. Squish. So it doesn't crank my neck. Squish daddy.
Oh my god. PTSD is what I will have.
Squish zaddy.
Oh, you're disgusting. You're an awful person.
Oof. Sloppy Joe.
Wink.
I made homemade Sloppy Joes tonight, and we had deep fried mozzie sticks with it. Yeah, see, now I feel that spot there. I should see if it's bruised. If it's bruised, then it's a knee. It's from a knee. I'm gonna blame it on the knee. How did my knee
get that high up?
Do you see where Noki lays between us, right?
Yeah.
If you can kick your knee that high up, that flips him over to his back, where he's right by my head and looking at me like, what the hell just happened? Yeah.
Maybe I should take up MMA.
Medium squishy.
Do you want... We have been sitting here pondering what to do about money. What if I just became a fighter in a cage?
Jerry was just literally just thinking that squish zaddy. So wear the wing as a pillow.
Just
Oh
so
my
you
God.
know, Kylie.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did this.
Maybe that's why I don't like Cobra Kai.
Which part?
Because of you.
Oh,
Cobra
yeah.
Kai!
I'm just constant. Yeah! Like that? Did you have PTSD? Was your life flashing?
Yes. Mm-hmm. The other thing that doesn't help is I literally sleep on the very edge of the bed. I like if I'm laying, my butt and my back are pretty much probably a little over the edge of the bed.
I blame the dogs at this point because I try sleeping as close to the edge as I can now. I try.
Until he Cobra Kai's. Or the elbow will come across. This will happen. Like not like bam, really? But it like a lot of times it'll be like like that, and I'll be like, okay, there it is.
With love.
Yeah. So yeah, this is an interesting stream.
Hey, we're here, we're live, we're real. You better just share those feelings.
Well, at least with all the news going on, it's laughter and funny and yeah. Ooh, that's another reason why I want a good graphics card. I dug out my rudder pedals and my yoke, so hopefully I can get the newest flight sim and start flying again.
Just yoking around?
Just yoking around. Although I don't know what I'd hook the yoke up to because I don't have like a good. I mean, this TV tray might be. Excuse me, might be sturdy enough to do it on, but oh man, if I could fly again, I don't care if it's a simulator, just to fly again.
It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have FSX, and it was like I had an old joystick for it, but FSX. Maybe it's because of my 1030 graphics card. I don't know. It was still pretty shitty. I don't remember it being that bad. It was flyable and it was okay. It's nothing like the real world, but when I do have my rudder pedals and my yoke, oh man, yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Yes, I know. I know I should try laying on the bed, but a lot of times it's not by choice of where I lay. But all right, Jerry, have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. Yeah, see, and like luckily my pedals, I mean they're 12 years old. Zaddy!
Oh, for
God. They're 12-year-old USB ones, but I went online and they still sell them. So I'm assuming that they're still good and they're still useful. And the yoke, I would imagine, is still good and useful because it looked like it was still sold online as well. You know, I don't know what kind of update or what model number, but they looked exactly the same by the exact same brand. So I'm excited to try them out. What I should do is when we're done here is I should put the yoke on the TV tray type thing here and see if it still works in this computer. No,
honestly,
it's out here.
Why not? Something very exciting for me. I don't know if anyone's heard, but I get to go do my first in-person show at my home bar up north.
Yes.
And I get a month. I'm so excited.
And it's for your drag mom's birthday.
Yes, and we're doing it very social distance, at least distance safe. We're still we're not gonna go just crazy and let everyone else in because it's in Wisconsin, that wild little state.
Yeah. No, screw you, King Crew. I can start whenever the hell I want. Hope you're doing well, bud.
Wait, are you gonna try setting up out here and doing it?
I mean, if the computer's out here, I might as well.
Because honestly, like you see this pixelated game, I'm down with any kind of graphics.
Yeah.
So like, I think it'd be so cool if you threw that up there.
Downside is the rudder pedals. Like if I had to put the yoke on this TV tray thing, the rudder pedals I don't think would fit under there properly. Like they're too wide, I think. Or the yoke would have to be way out in front of me. I guess I could put. I could maybe figure something out. But yeah, new drivers. I'm sure Windows would be able to update it pretty damn quick. So yeah, because I mean the joystick I plugged in was old as hell, older than my rudder pedals and yoke, and that joystick worked just fine. So yeah, would be kind of cool to do that, and then maybe I could do a stream one time where I'm just flight simming and chatting with people and what be like,
yeah, you be the gamer.
Watch me grease this 15-knot crosswind landing in this 172 like I used to do in real life back in the day. No. A 15-knot crosswind in a 172 it's pretty strong for some people. The highest I've done was a 22-knot crosswind in a 172, which you really shouldn't do. But my instructors, they were like, dude, you're good, just go. And I was like, they trusted my skill, I trusted my own skill. Then I said, worst case scenario, I do a missed approach, fly it in like I'm gonna land it, but don't land it just to see what the winds feel like. Do a go around if I feel comfortable and land it, and if I don't feel comfortable, then just come back home. And that was the flight where I almost shit my pants, where my butthole puckered many times because there was a bunch of seagulls flying in front of us over the runway. So when I was doing my missed approach, like they're flying right in front of the airplane, and then you watch them tuck the wing in, and they like tumble out of the way, and it's crazy.
That's so cool.
Ever watch Air Force Proud 95? No. Is that a gamer? Is that someone who streams? Is that a show? What is it? That's the other thing too, is I used to do a lot of like flight sim battle, like fighter plane stuff. Because I wanted to be an F-16 pilot. I could have been an F-16 pilot had my eyes not been a little bit because I almost had it in with the Air Force Academy, but I didn't go because my eyes are kind of crap. But I used to do F-16 simulators all the time and just dogfight the hell out of people on there, and I loved it. Chase invisible arrows. Must be for Minecraft or something.
Yeah.
What are invisible arrows?
The arrows that are invisible.
Well, I mean, like
I tease. I actually don't know too much about them because I have very plain arrows. I don't have them enchanted.
Oh. But no, a very funny flight sim. So, Air Force Proud 95 is that what you're talking about with King and Mew? Is it a content creator or is it a TV show? Let me know. I guess I could just Google it and it would tell me, but
they could tell you. Give us the
goods.
Give us the news.
Yeah, or they could just drop a link.
Hit up his DMs.
There's a YouTuber that does videos on Microsoft Flight Sim. He is a real pilot and messes with people. Nice. And that's the other cool thing is the fact that like you can do real time, like there's real time flights in the newest flight simulator. So as you're flying in there, and you might see like a 757 flying over, and there would actually be a 757 in real life that is flying over at that moment.
That's cool. That's really cool.
And everything else like that. And then like, you can, when you're in there, you can be flight simming while other people are flight simming too. And so then you can go in and just kind of screw around with them as well. Mm-hmm. It's a YouTube channel. No, YouTube channel, or there is no YouTube channel, or no, it is a YouTube channel. Punctuation would really help in that area.
You guys are just wilding out here.
The delay. Lol.
Oh no, my phone's at 5%.
Oh, see, and that's the other thing too is, ooh, wait. I might have a splitter that would work with that. That where you could charge it and have the thing come out at the same time. Well, maybe not. It's too far. I think it's in the other room, and I don't know.
Oh, I may have to hop off.
Yeah, so then we can just go boom. There, we can go to that then. Ooh. I like when he does air traffic control. So does he go? So in Flight Sim, he acts like a air traffic control person, and then like people start thinking like, "Oh my god, I gotta do this." Oh my god, is your phone all warm?
You tell me.
It's toasty. I suppose because like it's probably pumping out to that unless you were already low on battery power.
And like if like you're pressing the certain areas, they get very hot. So my screen is hot. I'm sweating. I'm fun.
Don't pull it too far.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
Yeah.
There's so many cords here.
It's a screen daddy. It's a scatty.
Don't ruin scat like that. The poop and the song.
Yeah, the poop and the song.
Scat? Scat's what you call it? Animal poop? Scat.
Scat is animal poop.
Say like in school. You look, I think it's like owl poop and stuff like that.
Have you guys ever heard of poop being called scat?
Yeah, it's like literally a big joke.
I think the big joke was put on you.
Literally in a science class we were taking apart owl poop, finding skeletal structures in there, and we call it scat.
Oh, or the stuff that they hack up.
Yeah, you know what? You leave me in my big farm town education alone.
The new motherfucking simulator. Microsoft Flight Sim.
Wow.
MFS. And the last one, you have the option of manning the tower. Oh, I didn't know that they allowed you to man the tower. That's crazy.
What's that mean?
That you man the tower. Means you're a tatty.
Okay.
A tower daddy.
I've heard enough. I've heard enough.
Man the tower means like you're like the air traffic controller, telling people what to do.
It's ruined for me now.
So it would be right up your alley.
Never.
Telling people what to do.
I tell people what to do.
Scat is animal poop. It's a category on Pornhub, Chase.
There's scat porn. Tell us about it, Mute Donkey.
Yes, how do you know, Mute? Animal poop porn. Yeah.
Did
you hear about Minecraft movie coming up?
I
didn't hear about it, but you have?
I don't know much about it. I literally just heard that like there's a movie being produced, and I don't know like in what format that's happening.
Yeah, I did watch. I did not. So I've been watching a lot of like YouTube videos on computers lately, and graphics cards and stuff like that. I did not know how intricate Minecraft actually gets. Like there was some of the stuff they were showing, like on graphics wise. I was like, whoa. For being very, like, what is it, 64-bit or whatever, style, but like the colors and the animation, I was just like, wow.
This is insane.
Yeah.
The game is so, like, you would never suspect.
Yeah.
Also, it sounds like there's sumo wrestlers a floor down.
Yeah, banging again. I'm surprised Noki didn't go all crazy.
I know.
Hello, Nipple07.
I knew immediately who you were talking about. You said nipple.
And it carried over. You started a thing. So
I'm glad.
Yeah, no. It goes some places, and sometimes I'll see a nipple.
That's like a man of culture.
Yeah.
It's a blockbuster.
Culture. RTX stuff is really good. I'm eyeballing the 6800 XT a bit more than I am a lot of the 30 series. I just one, I've heard some people say that it integrates with OBS a little bit better. And for me doing more so like video editing and stuff like that, not being a huge gamer, I think the 6800 XT might be the route I go. So yeah, I know it's a few generations behind, well, like a generation. Now they're getting better, but I think they're like, what, a generation behind the 30 series as far as like certain things that they can do and whatnot. So
I don't know. Yeah. I'm just agreeing.
I know. And I still don't fully know on a lot of the stuff because I'm still learning on it all as well.
To me, the stuff that you do is like space age stuff. I go, wow.
And I already want a new case. I saw a new case that I love.
You have been.
And it's nothing super fancy, but compared to what I'm using now, and the cable management behind and space behind and space around everything, I like it a lot. And if I would have researched a little bit more when I was first looking at stuff, I probably would have went with that case. It's the Fantex 500A, the digital one. Even though I probably wouldn't use the fans on it, I'd probably use the fans that I have, just because their fans are not PWM. I think I always get it backwards. So I'd probably remove theirs from it. But I was like, oh, I want to save up for that one. But that's going to be less likely now to be able to get it anytime soon. Unfortunately. Unless I can keep getting some sort of income coming in. Then maybe I can get it soon. But yeah, I like the Fantex P500A. Just because airflow and back behind it, the cable management looks nice. There's just a couple things I like about it a lot.
You've been doing a ton of research on cases.
Yeah. Just because, like, my case is cool, but it's a glass front where the air gets drawn from the sides in the front, and I don't know how good or bad that actually is for it. I mean, there's airflow going through it. It's not terrible, but I'm sure it's not the best for, like if I do a lot of 4K video editing type stuff. I don't know what it'll actually do or not do, but I just like the look of that other one a little bit better. And like I said, mostly the room and the cable management is what I like in it. Because right now, how some of the cables come through mine is like they're bent and kinked really weird, because like where they want the motherboard's power supply to come out, like it has to come. It's not a round, it's a flat ribbon style cord I got coming from my PSU, but it comes around and then it's got to do a weird kink down and then connect on, and so it's almost like where it's getting kind of I don't want to say it's getting cut by the case, but it's coming around a sharp part of the case, and I don't like it. Yeah. He meant the ray tracing for Minecraft, yeah. Nipple. Yeah. Anyways.
I was just listening to that because I know you've been doing a ton of reading on it.
Yeah.
And here, it would be like me kind of like laying in bed and you'd be explaining something to me, and I'm like, oh, and I get it at the time, and then when it comes all together in this format, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of words out there that I don't get.
Yeah, GPU, PMW, or PWM, and CPU, and PSU, and GPU, and
my nose is gonna start bleeding.
And RAM, and AIO, and
AIO.
Yeah. Which that was the other thing too. I don't know how good the MSI AIO is, but I was like, oh, I wish I would have got that one because it's got a dragon on it, and I love me some dragon, and I would have been like, that would have been cool to have a dragon in my case. Yeah, I'm going to need my pumpkin cup back. It is not fall. It's fall all the time for a Chase. It'll be spring, and he's like, I can't wait for fall.
I do start thinking
bring
about
on fall. Bring on the death season. It's wonderful.
I was raised to not be afraid of it.
Yeah. Sounds like the airflow is bad in my case. Is that what you're saying? Because the air gets drawn in from the front panel sides?
We let you have it.
Yeah. That's why I was like, if I would have researched it better. Chris is talking on the phone with his best friend. Yeah. The top of the case has got good exhaust. That's where I have my radiator mounted. The back I have an exhaust fan. And but yeah, the front I can take the glass panel off the front. Then you just risk a lot of dust getting sucked in, of course, because there's no filter. And that's kind of why I want the P500A. I know, buddy. It just looks like there's more room for cable management in the back, and the what are you I'm assuming I know the stupid delay. I know. Are you talking again? Those cases look nice, but tend to have bad airflow. Are you talking about the case that I currently have, or are you talking about the P500A? Yes, and that's who I've been watching. Mute. I've been watching GN.
Isn't the guy with the long hair?
Yeah, with the long hair.
Oh, he's fun.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of him as far as cases, and I saw him, review the P500, and that's why I kind of was like, oh, okay, he's got some good things to say about it and whatnot, and I thought about the P600, but there was something with the P600 I didn't like. I think maybe it was because of fabric front and fabric top or something. There was something that I wasn't really keen on with it, and so I wasn't too much into the P600.
A quick question for if you had to choose between playing Final Fantasy, I think it's 8, Final Fantasy 9, which one would you choose? I'm looking at them on the PS4 right now to buy.
So the PS7 or the FS7 or FS9?
Yeah, no, 8.
8.
The 7, no, not of them.
Oh, 8 or 9 you're asking about?
8 or 9.
What would you rather play? Final Fantasy 8 or Final Fantasy 9? What should Chase get?
Or should I just get Bloodborne?
Yeah. Bloodborne. Hey, sexy bitches, I'm back. Well, welcome back, you sexy bitch yourself.
Fantasy Star. Not the answer. Welcome back to a world that has sexy bitches.
Welcome back to a world dominated by zaddies.
Okay. They wish they said.
He says Bloodborne.
There's a fraction of Mute Donkey's reactions that never surprise me at this point.
Why?
Because I just have a feeling.
Because you guys, mesh really well in certain ways.
Yeah, this is true. Very opposite in our Minecraft worlds, but I love this.
Make it worth it. See, I know I'm going up against a lot of people that are way more entertaining than I am right now.
We both have our nipples pierced.
Right.
Is that wild?
It's wild and out. He's just not a fan of Final Fantasy.
See, there were
not a fan of Final Fantasy. Say it. No. Not a fan of Final Fantasy.
I can't.
Do it.
I can't think of mattress.
Do it. Yeah, you can't think of mattress, so not a fan of Final Fantasy.
Not a fan of Final Fantasy. I did.
See, it's easy. Not a fan of Final Fantasy. Not a fan of Final Fantasy. Not a fan of Final Fantasy.
Thanks, crew. Give him a real answer.
He would say 8.
Okay, I guess I did ask Bloodborne too, so.
It's zaddies. Yeah. And now we got silence again. Yeah, I would imagine that their stream is done now. What we've been going an hour and a half now. Is there other things that we need to talk about? Are there things you guys want to talk about? He doesn't have his nipple pierced. Oh, we were talking about you and Chase. I don't have my nipples pierced. Yeah,
at all.
Yeah, not at all.
We actually have chain links to each other.
That's why when I go this way, he follows me this way too. You're supposed to follow me, god damn it. No. Yeah. Better characters in 8.
Okay. I don't know much about them.
I don't know anything on those games, so I don't know what would be better or not. And
that's okay. I understand. That's why I'm asking them.
What's the difference between the 2 and what is Bloodborne?
Bloodborne is a how do I explain that game? It's not an RPG, not like what you're watching me do with the Final Fantasy setup. It's more free roam and strategy. Sometimes it's just chaos. You basically play you're in a gothic realm in which like you use weapons to essentially like kill enemies and these ghastly creatures that are incredibly difficult that you kind of have to just figure out like through like dying over and over again.
Something you're good at.
I'm good at it, but you have to succeed at some point.
Miss LeBons. Oh, I gotta try to think of her voice.
You have to get really scraggly.
Oh, I know. Louise, you gotta come back here. How does she do it?
It is because she's very masculine.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But she's talking about like she doesn't want to share her cigarettes with the kids.
Right. Go away, Zeke. No, you can't have a cigarette.
Or when she's taking toilet paper from the school.
This is for my house, where it belongs. Or what she say? Like,
I brought it from my house, not the other way around.
Yeah, I brought it from my house, not the other way around.
Do you want mute donkeys sometimes? Not all of us want to have heart palpitations. And we just like a nice, calm game.
Uh-oh. Are the 2, like, lover birds over Cobra Kai fighting?
Cobra Cry? How dare.
Cobra Cry.
Hater. And yeah, we're sparring now.
Bloodborne is like Dark Souls. I don't even know what Dark Souls is. So.
It's a very frustrating game. That's what it is. I hear... I want to play Dark Souls, but I hear it's just incredibly frustrating because you're just dying and dying again until you figure out the strategy.
Lovely.
But like it's very interesting because in the beginning of the game, for them to create stats for your character, they ask you very like bizarre questions about how you're appraising and like how you want to develop your character, and they give you kind of like this little run through tutorial, but you can't go back. And so I was panicking the first time I ever played it. This was a couple years ago. And I panicked through the tutorial, so I didn't know actually how to play the game at all. And there's like 10 minutes of me running through the street trying to understand why I was getting killed by mobs of people. Didn't even hit a boss battle yet. And I quit, and I never started again.
Oh, whoops.
But I was at a very anxious part of my life.
I gotta think of what Speedo Guy sounds like now.
Oh,
like, what's one phrase he says about, like, good, I love it!
Yeah,
oh my god, I love it!
It's Madonna! When she has her armpits not shaved.
Oh, yeah.
Madonna.
Oh, the Madonna look, I love it! As he's, like, roller skating by. I'm
I'm
trying to think of, like, what other things.
Wait, that wasn't a question. He said, Chase, if you like Bloodborne, you should like Dark Souls. That's rather demanding.
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't like Final Fantasy.
High skill action RPG.
Meow, meow,
Meow.
And then, there's other one because he's the skater guy sober, and it was like, oh great, look at prices, wish I still drank.
Yeah, wish I still drank. Whatever. I can't, because he's kind of got a little, oh my god, a little bit of higher voice, I'm going by.
Yeah.
Type deal.
It always is like drifting out.
Mm-hmm. It's like, nailed it! When Jimmy Jr. is like, I was like, nailed it! Whatever he does.
Yeah.
One. I remember candy cigarettes as a child. I do too.
Those are my favorite.
Oh my god, they were fabulous.
They were fabulous.
They were fabulous. Because like over in Britain they say fags for cigarettes.
Up in that scone eating place. I can't do an accent. I got so like spun around in my head at work today that I started talking in an accent and I didn't realize it for a minute. And I looked at my coworker and she goes, I do that too.
I'm like, maybe the dingo ate ya baby. Just randomly just do that. Yeah, like when the Belcher kids are selling art.
I like how Louise talks to them.
Yeah.
Though. She's like,
baby, it's okay.
Are we making art?
Right.
Or are we making crap? I always love how she talks to me. Like when she's yelling at Tina when they're doing the musical. No, the play. And she's like, you know how I get before the stage. Get off of me!
You know how Mama gets. Yeah. What was it? Goddamn it! I was just thinking of one too. I can't remember now what I was gonna say. But, yeah. Final Fantasy VII was the first one I tried, and it frustrated me that I could block or dodge attacks. Do you mean that I couldn't block or dodge attacks, so I gave up?
Oh, because he's not a fan of turn-based RPGs. Well, not all of the Final Fantasy games are turn-based. There is ones where you can't still block fully on your own, but like Final Fantasy 15 you can, I believe. And then Final Fantasy 12, if you bring up your stats, you can, and those are both like essentially free roam. Yeah, there's still you don't take turns, you just have to bring up the speed of which your character can take its turn, but you're allowed to run, dodge, move, deflect, counter. For like, especially in 15, you're really able to freehand most of the game actually, instead of being like RPG style, like very formal. That one, and I liked Final Fantasy 15. The only thing I don't like in some of the Final Fantasy games is that these bitch ass characters who just don't shut up about all the problems they have, and everyone else around them's miserable.
It's my story, bitch.
Shut up, Titus. Or like the guy
Titus. It's Titus.
Well, he doesn't deserve to get his name pronounced.
Yeah.
And like in Final Fantasy 15, I told you a bit about him. He's a prince, and he is the meanest person in that whole game. Literally, his like wife to be dies, and he's still acting like an asshole to everyone.
And who?
In the Final Fantasy 15 one.
Oh yeah.
He is just such a dick to everyone.
Bubble bath. Go and take a bubble bath.
There are some great drag performances of drag queens doing like mixes to her just saying bubble bath.
Bubble bath.
It's fantastic.
Oh, we're gonna go take a sweet little bubble bath.
Because I don't wear deodorant and I only take bubble baths.
And I only take bubble baths. And she slaps the Pesto twins.
Yeah, she hits those kids.
Who does?
Louise.
Oh, yeah. Baby. Caught all day for him.
Wow, that's what a lot of gay people say.
Call him Dick?
There is a parody to that, because a lot of people make jokes about it.
So now he's going to bed. No, you'll still be listening. We know it's okay.
There's a call a booty.
Oh, sweetie, you're just fine. Go to bed and make what?
That's the one thing you say with that voice all the time.
What? Lunchtime, kid. The time I made some jelly sandwiches and sliced up some fresh cantaloupe. Then maybe when you're done, you can play with your cock and balls for mama. It's an Adam Sandler skit. What? He's got some cock and some balls. He should play with them. If you know what, if you don't want to play with them, come bring them over. I'll let Mama show you how it's done. Well, what's the matter, Boopy? Got some cock and some balls. All right. Yeah. That's I kind of want to bring Biscuit's voice up a little bit higher because going way down here really kind of does screw up the voice and it ruins it. So I kind of want to bring Biscuit up here a little bit more, and then that way it's not scraping the voice so hard, it's not so low, I can still kind of do the accent, and it's wild. Or I can really bring it way up here, but I don't know how I would bring it up here. But it would be a good time, we'd drink our coffee, we'd talk about bullshit, and we'd be happy. Or what I could have done is I could have had the really bad Minnesota accent, because then if she was the sister of Cookie, Cookie could have been the one from Chayse, And I could have been the one from Minnesota and be like, oh, here, Cookie is just so good. I'm just so glad you got here. And we're having a good old time. I got my coffee. And I have some bars sitting here. And later I will make some casserole. Before going to the Mall of America.
Mall of America. Frick yeah.
All right. Which one should be higher, Mute? The one that's way up here? Is that what a biscuit should be? Oh my god. Oh my god, can you imagine? It'd be wild.
It'd be wild and out.
Yeah. Sounded like Bob's wife, Linda. Yeah, well, I gotta try to think of something
weird.
Yeah, hers is kind of in the middle a little bit. She's got a little bit of a lower voice. Bobby.
But she's such high and
yeah,
lows.
she's so all
and
over.
she has such a thick accent.
Mm-hmm. Bobby. I can think about it.
No, it's a little. There's too much of like a dip.
Yeah,
because her voice is kind of.
Bob.
That's getting closer.
Bob.
Oh, I think you think of the early episodes and like Bobby, like she's like,
Bobby.
She kind of is like a.
Right.
She has a weird voice.
She does.
The guy who does her voice, I don't know how he does it.
Oh, you just want me to go a little higher, a little bit up here? Are you writing that book? What is it? You writing a little novel? A little character impression? Are you having a little bit of conflict there? A little book you've been writing for the last 8 years? How's that going for you? There it is. What voices can you do?
None.
Yeah, you can.
I have this gay voice. That's enough.
No, and it's funny. He just asked. I just saw that now. You do the Jersey accent.
I don't do a Jersey.
Yeah, you do.
I do like an eclectic accent.
Okay, so do it.
I'm too embarrassed now. I'm too embarrassed now. Of all the things I do in my life, this is the one that pushes the limit.
Oh my god. We went out to Goodwill and we found some crazy mugs. And Chayse wants to talk about them. Go ahead and talk about your crazy mugs.
I can't.
Oh my god, I do not know what is going on with her right now. You gotta ignore it, but do it.
I'm having such a hard time getting into it.
Sweetie, I don't know what's wrong. You just want to get into it.
You gotta get your Reader's Digest.
You gotta get your Reader's Digest.
I read in Reader's Digest yesterday. Who is that? Barbara Streisand. Oh, she sings so over. She's
a lovely girl.
She gets crazy though. You know, she clones her dogs. And
she
see, I switch
dogs.
accents. I get really caught in between accents.
I know. I get caught in between. I get caught in between the Jersey and the Minnesota one.
Yeah, I go back. It's very hard.
Right, because I'll be going like, oh my god, it's so crazy. You gotta go out, don't you know?
Yeah.
It's like, where's the don't you know come from? Don't you know?
I always heard there's like this thing that you're supposed to do. Thanks also, Gosh Heckfire, because gay voices.
Keep it gay! Keep it gay!
When I speak to people, that's in my head, that's what I feel like it is. Because I can't hide this voice.
Oh, I majored with a lisp and minored with a limp wrist.
Like Will and Grace, I feel like my voice is the Jack. You can't hide it.
Your voice isn't as shrill as Jack's, though.
Well, no, I just mean like as like the, Will is like kind of semi-passing in that time frame.
Yeah.
And then Jack is just outwardly gay, no matter what.
I don't think your voice gives it away, usually. Usually it's your mannerisms.
I can't talk with my hands.
You gotta speak with the arms.
You can't let me speak here and be in this way and do this thing in this fashion.
Better a limp wrist than a limp dick.
Limp biscuit. Oh.
Chocolate starfish. And the hot dog flavored water. Oh my god. What's an album?
I know. It's so stupid.
the chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
Where'd that voice come from?
That's what they say in the beginning of their, or in one of their songs about their album.
Because all I think of John Travolta.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What's it? What? How does he say some of the things too? Oh my god! Yeah. On St. Patty's Day, we were supposed to hang a ginger on the door frame like a mistletoe.
Oh my god.
Wait, if not, I'll see you later. I have to take care of something.
There's so little of them left. Gotta be kind.
You have to hang a ginger on your door, or you hang some ginger, like ginger root, or are you talking about you hang a ginger, like as in a red-headed person from your door?
Well, if it's ginger spice, there's only one, so you better get to her fast.
Yeah. I thought it was St. Patrick's Day, not St. Patty's, or not St. Patty's.
There's the I was talking to a lady about it. In Minnesota, there's a fake saint.
There's a fake.
You heard me. You heard it here. A fake saint that they made up in Minnesota.
A faint.
Yes. Who is meant to counter St. Patrick. Like it's supposed to be like it's like a day before, like or day of or whatever, and like Minnesotans trying to make it a big deal or something. Not a lot of people know it exists anymore, but it's an older thing. Yeah. And basically, he was like the saint of driving snakes out of somewhere. But he's made up. He's not real.
St. Pied Piper's Day. Whoa. Well, hi. Hi. No, Noki's getting jealous, and Noki's gonna want to come over here. Oh.
I just love giving him kisses.
Come here. Oh, I know, buddy. Come here.
I want to tell you a story.
My name's Noki, and I like to be on camera, and I'm really shy. And that's my little brother right there. His name is Kizzy, and I love my Kizzy. Even though I sound grumpy right now, I love Kizzy. And Chase likes to eat apples and bananas.
So your reign of terror continues.
There's a little inside joke. It's like there's that one commercial. It's bad because it's like
what are you joking about?
Oh, settle. The commercial is for like helping fight hunger with kids.
Yeah.
And it's a song. So
I like to eat apples and bananas.
And then, like, Chase one day was eating something or doing something, and I was like,
Chase likes to eat apples and bananas, and he doesn't like the word daddy. He doesn't want to be called daddy or mommy.
Bork, bork, ooh, woo. It's Surf. Surf is in the chat. So, yeah. Don't lick the couch.
I want to talk about how petty that dog is, though, for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
So, we had Gizzy up here eating his food because he needs to be as close as he can to Tanner to eat. And 3 of his kibble fell out of his, like, his bowl. I almost said frame.
Out of this thing.
Out of a bowl. And,
usually I'm the one who has a hard time with words. Tonight it's you.
Yeah. And Noki will, like, defend, like, Gizzy's bowl from Bailey and get grumpy at him if he gets too close to it. But, like, so, like, the food's just, like, sitting, like, on the couch here, and I grab it, and Noki's, like, all up in arms about getting, like, the 3 pieces of kibble that fell out of the bowl. And so I put it back in Gizzy's bowl, which is now moved to off the couch. And Noki had to go back and at least grab 1 piece of kibble out of his damn bowl that I put back in there. I said, you needed that 1 piece?
Mm-hmm.
You just ate.
Mm-hmm.
Petty.
Okay, what did I miss now? What did I miss here? Saint Beef Patty Day. I'll take a saint of pancakes. See, I missed a lot of up there. Any ginger will do. which one was a bitch upon rescue? Are you talking about my dogs?
You're talking about me.
I didn't need to rescue you. Rescue me. That's all I know the damn song. Rescue me.
Hey.
Like, nailed it. Gizzy was probably like, Bailey wasn't rescued, nor was Noki. Gizzy was the one who was rescued, and he probably would have been the worst. That was hardest. Anyways, because he was so badly abused. My bowl is in the sink. I do have someone who cleans it up after me. Yes. You do.
I know. It's because you cook, so I clean.
My allergies are starting to kick in, so we might have to cut it soon, because before we came on, my allergies kicked in really bad. I was sneezing left and right. It was a terrible time. It wasn't fun, and I feel my nose slowly starting to get itchy. And
you have a hair on there.
Is that why? It's itchy, but I can also feel it starting to run. Because it's that time of year where I'm going to have even worse allergies than I normally do. And I don't remember what joke was being said. I don't. Yeah, you don't remember what joke you
that was supposed to be between us. You weren't supposed to share with them.
I don't know. Noki, how you doing?
He's zoning out. This is like the most focused I think you've been.
Me?
Yeah. This is because you've been a little tired and spacey.
I have been. I've been very out of it, and a lot of it doesn't have to do, or a lot of it doesn't have to do. A lot of it has to do with the news of lately. It started Sunday, seeing that that I ran out of unemployment and not knowing if the extension was going on or if I'm going to still be able to get unemployment or the PEUC. Then Monday, finding out that basically I'm laid off unless I can travel somewhere. So there was kind of a glimmer of hope, to Tuesday being, nope, you absolutely are laid off. And so, you're not going to be getting paid type deal, and no unemployment getting paid out. So it's been a lot in the past few days, and still don't know what I'm going to do. But, which, if you want to become a Patreon, the link is in the description. I know what I have pinned up at the top it's wrong, because I guess if you go to click the PayPal link or something, the Patreon part is attached to it, or vice versa. I don't know. It's weird. But if you want to become a Patreon, you can go to the description below and become a Patreon. I'm hoping, actually, it is kind of cool. If people do become a Patreon, I do plan on having certain things for people who are Patreons, where like maybe I'll have like time-lapse video of Biscuit getting ready for shows. Maybe have other videos on there from different skydives that aren't a part of a collage of skydives in a video, or things from iFly of different videos of like taking people in or advancing my flight skills in there. So yeah, that I might start doing that stuff for the Patreons. I got to come up with the tiers for it as well. I'm going to probably make a tier where it's like you're a tandem student, then maybe a AFF student, and then it'll be licensed skydiver, and then maybe like a tunnel shredder or something will be like maybe the different tiers. Yeah, and then if it's the PayPal link, that doesn't work, but that's in the description below. PayPal or Venmo if you guys just want to donate anything. That's also great if you want to do that. But gosh, a heckfire, you have a good night. Thank you for coming by and hanging out with us. Chase asked if I wanted to do the stream tonight even, and obviously I bumped it back way later than what I normally do.
Yeah, holy shit, so many fucking streams.
Yeah.
Not hating on anyone else,
right?
It, but like, woo.
It was a lot of people doing streams, and I know Fight was going, and Team was going, and Weekend Horror was going, and it just seemed like the 6:30 time was not working it. You know what? I I could come up with an Amazon wish list, because there are things that I would,
Oh, that's a good idea.
right? Because what I tell people is whatever gets donated, to me, I hate asking people for money. I hate it like that. But whatever does come in is going straight back into the improvement of this channel, whether it be paying down my computer or paying for parts on it, so that way it has better editing stuff, or if it pays to a better microphone, or it pays for like the cam link thing, so that way I can use the GoPro instead of a crappy webcam. Everything is gonna go back to here. If there's ever a point where I'm like, I need money for me personally, like to pay bills, then I would straight up be like, hey guys, I'm hurting. Can people help? But even that point, that's like very, very last thing for me. But a YouTube or a Amazon wish list is a good idea. I think that's what Irish Demon I think has done that. But I could come up with a computer wish list or tech wish list, right?
Wish list too.
Right. Because with Biscuit, bought the different sunglasses and stuff.
It's one less thing that you have to take care of. It's
right.
Little things that kind of sometimes have that feasible range.
Yeah. Right. And yeah, no one used to stream, and everyone was streaming tonight. The thing is, I think Team used to stream on Tuesdays, but I think he didn't like going up against or fighting with MC Toon, because I thought MC Toon and FTAFE used to do them on Tuesdays. So I think he went Wednesdays, because I didn't think he was doing Wednesdays, and now he started doing this now that I think his house is getting back in order from after that cold spell. And I thought Weekend Horror was on a different night. I didn't think it was on Wednesdays. And so I was getting excited, like, yeah, it's Wednesday. And then when people were like, maybe go a little earlier, and it seemed like the 6:30 time, I even thought about maybe going 5:30. Mm-hmm. But it just seems like everyone's kind of doing it, and we're usually up later, and some of y'all are up later, and I know some of the Europeans wanted to be a part of this or wanted to come and watch the live stream, so it kind of sucks for them because, whatnot, but it is what it is, and if they want to come back and rewatch it, then they can come back and rewatch it. And that's why that's why I personally would rather try to keep the stream an hour and a half to 2 hours long, because I know for me, I don't want to go back to a stream to rewatch if it's more than 3 hours long. Then it's kind of like, where if it's something that's an hour and a half, 2 hours, I definitely could see myself sitting down to listen to it while I'm like cooking or cleaning something up or whatever. So that's kind of why I want to keep these streams down to a certain limit. I need to find someone that can suggest a good headset. Mine is falling apart. I found a cheap one on Amazon. $30 is what I paid for. I don't know what it's going to be like long term, but I like it a lot. I can't even remember what brand. Zybria, was like $35, $35, I think. And that's working for me now. There was one other one that I think I saw. The one Little Wolf got, I don't know how much we really spend, but the one that Bullhammer got for Little Wolf, that sounds really good. It sounds like it's nice. So FDFE is normally Mondays and Fridays, and whatever else he feels like stream, right? And MC Toon, I knew MC Toon is typically Tuesdays. And that's kind of why I wanted to jump in on Wednesdays. And
also, like, once more, I know we put this out last time, but this is kind of like, today we've kind of come in because, we really want to get the update about what was happening for you and kind of going on, and we're just kind of getting through the motions and just kind of checking in with everyone from being further away. But also, if people still have any suggestions about, like, sort of like topics, varying types of topics, no matter stupid to serious, we're always still taking those too.
Right. It doesn't always have to be a serious topic. It's just, what's your opinion on blah, blah, blah? And if it's something that I know of or know about, I'll give my opinion on it. Same with Chase.
Yeah, well, like, and, even if it's something you want to go back and forth about, we're totally open to that.
Yeah.
Like I said, this week is a little different, so kind of like touching back down and kind of working through our own little things happening, but any other times.
Yeah. Turtle Beach. Turtle Beach is one of the best for gaming on a thing. Gaming, but either really just want something decent. Yeah. I typically what I do is I kind of start off cheap, things that I can afford for the time being, and I always read reviews hardcore left and right. I like, you can ask him. I research the hell out of like everything.
You'll do it for me too. I'll be like, oh, I'm thinking about this, and like the next day, if it's a night you can't sleep, most nights now, you're like, oh yeah, so like these are the ones that are looking the best. So I kind of just like almost wait sometimes, and they're like, okay, tell me the reviews.
Right? Yeah. So even if I get something that is dirt cheap for a particular thing, I always read the reviews on it. So like I said, the headset I got, really cheap headset, like the ones I was doing on that I wore Monday night for the stream. I went back and listened, and they sounded actually pretty decent. And it's what I've been using for the Four Swordsmen streams. And so to me, if they last a year, I'm happy with it, because they were $30 and they lasted me a year. Same thing with like this little microphone I got. It's a tenor or whatever you want to call it. I think it sounds okay. I hope it sounds okay. I put some OBS filters on it, and it seems to sound nice. Do I want a better microphone? Yeah, in time I would like a better microphone, because I've heard some of them that do sound a hell of a lot better. But yeah. Anyways, wearing razors. They're talking about different headsets, but the audio quality is good enough, and the mic works. I like them. A headband though doesn't hurt. Most hurt my head. Yeah, that's why I also kind of wish I would have found my old aviation headset. My Bose aviation headset. If I could have found those were super comfortable to wear, especially with the active noise cancellation, and independent microphone plug and an independent speaker plug or headphone plug. And I don't know where they're at, and that bothers me, because it's a really good aviation headset that I use for flying, and I gotta figure out where it is. But my little Zybrias, whatever they are, they work really well. I like them for now. Yeah, I paid $50 for a headset, and it lasted me 3 years. I keep mine a really long time. That's like I said, if I pay $30 and they last me a year, I'm happy with that. If they last me even longer, great. But if I was to buy like a review and buy a $90 pair of headsets, and it lasts me less time than with this $30 one, then it's like, well, screw that. I'll buy that. I'll buy that $30 one 10 times over before I buy that $90 one. So usually, like, if I'm limited on funds, I'll review the best one for the cheap price. Unless I can afford maybe more medium range, then I'll start to review on those, because yeah, there are times where medium or high end ones are garbage. I just watched, I think it was the GN's reviews on chairs. We just watched where that like $1,500, that $1,300 chair, or whatever it was. They were like, people thought that was the cheap chair, and the one that was kind of like not the cheapest, but the one that was kind of a lower price chair, they thought was the more expensive one. And then of course everyone hated the gaming chairs, which the gaming chairs just look uncomfortable to me. Yeah. So your current one was $20 in probably 5 years. Exactly. Why do people like I said, maybe I hope this microphone sounds good. No, you're fine, sir. This is what's kind of fun, is how the stream also completely changes. Like I said, this mic, I did not pay a lot for this mic, and I hope this mic sounds really well, or at least better than when I was using the lapel mic. No, Mute, you're not getting the point. If your $30 ones are only lasting 1 year, I would suggest paying a little more to get way more time out of it. Right. I get what you're saying. I haven't had them a year. I've only had them 3 months, 4 months, if that. I'm just saying if I know I'm paying a low amount, that if they in a year went kaput and was completely went to shit, I'm glad that I only paid the $30 for them to go to shit in a year versus paying $50 for something that might go to shit in a year. That's all I'm getting at. Padding is disintegrating, so need a replacement. Yeah.
My padding too.
Your padding's more than fine.
So what makes you brag? So thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah. But maybe I should do it. Maybe I should do an Amazon wish list and put that in my description too.
I'm saying, you just go run through, kind of nab a big thing, maybe edit it a little down to what you really want, need, and then just kind of organize them.
Right. Well, seeing it's kind of cool because sometimes it's fun to get the things that you kind of want but don't necessarily want to pay for. I love that Huge Arse. He has a link where you can donate to buy him a cup of coffee. It puts in money to get him a cup of coffee. I paid for a cup of coffee for him. Yeah. I was like, that's cool because I could give him actual money, but sometimes it's nice when it's just oh, I don't have to pay for that cup of coffee today. Right. Hell yeah. That's almost nicer sometimes,
it's more convenient.
Right. It's more convenient,
and those pennies add up.
Right, it does. And that's why it's there's times where if it is an item that I like and it's almost cooler to be oh, all of a sudden it just shows up at the door, or it's not on the wish list anymore because someone bought it for you. And it's well, then now I don't have to worry about taking the time to have the money come in. Now I got to pay for it, blah, 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 blah. It's just there. So sometimes I kind of like the ideas of that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Now unless it was one of those things where it's shit, I'm really hurting for cash, and if I paid down this computer and paid it off, that would help me overall long run, then yes, then that's where financially or fiscally, whatever you want to put it, monetarily works out better.
Right.
Anyways, yeah, so there's no links if you want to do Patreon, if you want to do Venmo, if you want to do PayPal, it's there. Maybe I'll do an Amazon playlist. I still feel weird pumping those out, but like people have said, if you guys are here and you're being entertained and you like the entertainment and you like what we are doing, then if you feel obliged, then you can donate something. Yeah, I know what you're saying too. I would get it. I would hope that they would last longer than a year as well. I would hope that they last a lot longer than a year. A playlist, yeah. Did I say playlist instead of
We were just rolling with it.
A playlist instead of a wish list. I can't think now. It's getting late too, and my sentences are getting worse. And I'm getting hot. Are you hot?
I'm hot.
It's roasting in here.
That's hot.
That's hot. Oh my god, it's hot. Oh my god, you guys. It's so totally nice outside. It was so gorgeous today.
It's fucking hot.
It's fucking hot. Oh my god. Words are hard.
So hard. Sometimes I just trail up and I go, oh.
Hi, buddy. Do you want to say goodnight to everyone? He was like, no, I want to be grumpy.
He is stunned.
No. You just love your papa, don't you?
No.
Oh,
he's in love with you.
Yeah, that one. One in the mouth a little bit. So here you get now we're just doing where everyone's watching Loki be a little doggy.
Cutest.
Little doggy. Little doggy. Oh, I got your tongue. Ugh. I pinched his tongue. But okay, I think we'll end it here. Do you prefer a ceiling fan or tower fan?
For his OnlyFans.
Right.
You like an oscillating fan?
Or OnlyFans. Being I live in an I see King Crew. Do you prefer ceiling fans that are lower or tower fan? For me, I like a tower fan.
Make it to oscillate.
To oscillate.
Oscillate. That's a weird word.
Oscillate.
Because it turns.
Let's do the fork in the garbage disposal. Oof! Look at my armpits. Oh my god. Ooh, and they stink too. Holy shit!
You told me earlier, you're like,
Ooh,
my ass.
smell that. Smell it.
That makes me think of Linda when she's like, smell my pits. Get in there. Come on. Come on.
Bobby. Like what? No, I could not say
I need to re-deodorize.
Bobby.
I stink.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe I should put deodorant on that wish list.
Maybe you should get into smell-o-vision.
What was the Final Fantasy thing I said that we were saying earlier? Final Fantasy.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. All right. Your face.
Thank you. I purchased it myself.
That put on.
For $1.99, you can help me get. I don't know.
For $1.99, you can help him get the words. He has the best words.
And then
believe him.
Then I would know that, in fact, the bird is the word.
The bird is the word.
Yeah, what is that referencing in that song? I want to understand that.
Why don't you look it up?
Ugh.
Research it.
You were around in that song.
Oh, not a fan of Final Fantasy. Not a fan of Final Fantasy.
It's not his Final Fantasy.
It's not his Final Fantasy fan. A Final Fantasy fanboy. He's not a fan of Final Fantasy, you Final Fantasy fanboy.
Yeah, I guess I do look like them. Tan and blonde. It was okay. Do you want, if you understand the culture behind what was happening in Final Fantasy when it was more relevant, you would understand what I meant. Never mind.
Tan and blonde.
Because
all the male characters are
and so
twinky little blonde tan
boys. Their
boys.
hair blonde and the skin tan.
Yeah.
My brain's going.
Yeah, it's getting late. All right, I think we will call it a night. Thank you guys for coming by. Thank you for letting me vent. Thank you for understanding with me maybe not having talked much the last 2 days or being on the social medias. Yeah, I know. It's all right. I do kind of find it funny when he's like, the kids. Like,
because like younger people than me, like I said, literally treat like being 25 is like eons away. Like, you know how some people were for a long time treating the 30 being like their midlife crisis sort of thing, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's how people are treating 25 right now.
Well, with the pandemic going on, it might be your guys' half-life.
I'm very confident that I'm very young still.
Yeah. Wait, where do we got a puppy? Oh, the dog that was roaming around, maybe? Or was there another doggy that came in? Anyways, yeah. I think we will wrap it up. We'll call it a night. Like I said, thank you guys for being understanding of me, maybe not being so talkative lately. I might still kind of be a little stepped back where I'm not talking on Discord or Facebook or Instagram very much. Just because I'm still trying to figure things out, obviously. I'm hoping by this weekend that I at least hear what's going on with the unemployment stuff. Because I don't want to say I'm screwed if I don't get something this week. We're good, but if it goes a second week, then that's when it starts to get hairy.
And you basically 2 steps away from basically being like, okay, gotta go figure something else out then.
Right.
Other than trying to wait on this job.
Right. So, But yeah, thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for the love. You guys be safe out there. Be safe, especially in the next 2 to 3 weeks, because I know it's spring break, and I know a lot of people are traveling and going places and being idiots. And they're all going to come back to other places that we're all living, and so just make sure to protect yourself and protect others and whatnot. But we'll talk to you guys later. And I was gonna say we could try a Team Skeptics thing and see if I fail it or not.
I think we should do the biscuit thing.
What's the biscuit thing? Oh, bye.